You're listening to Table for Five with Felicia and Annette, only on LA Talk Radio.
You've seen The View. You've heard all the real talk. Now have a seat at our table. A Table for Five.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Good Wednesday morning.
Yes, good
Isn't
Wednesday
that
morning,
amazing?
everyone. We are here. Good morning and welcome.
A new day.
A new day. Welcome,
We made it.
guys. Welcome, everyone, to our listening and viewing audience. You are listening to and watching Table for Five with Felicia and Annette. I'm Felicia.
I'm Annette.
And she's Annette. And we are here on this beautiful Wednesday morning, September the 12th. We are coming at you live
Yay!
from Studio City, LA
Day
Talk
2
Radio.
of our first week.
Yes.
We're
yes.
doing it.
This is our first Wednesday ever.
Mm-hmm.
Very first Wednesday ever. Listen, I'm going to give us a round of applause for that right there. Real quick one. Real quick round of applause. That was like super fast.
Yeah, that was really fast.
Yes, we are doing, we are on 2 days a week now. No, you're not like going crazy or in like the Twilight Zone or anything like that. We are really on twice a week. This is our second day that we've added for this new season, just because we had so much to talk about and so much to get out there that we had to add another day. And so we're so excited that you guys have joined us. Hopefully you have joined us and followed us on over here to Wednesday. It's one of those days this week.
It is Wednesday.
Yes, it's been we had a little cardio workout this morning.
Yeah, we did.
We had to take the stairs.
4
flights.
Well, you know, I did okay. I think my spin class helped me. I just had a late start. Today was just a late start for me. I don't know. But you know what? I didn't do anything different than I would have done on Monday. So I don't know what that was about.
Yeah, it's just an extra day.
Right?
It's just
all psychological.
Yeah, I don't know. I had a whole bunch of like issues and problems. I was like, what am I going to wear? I don't know. It's midweek. Everyone says Mondays are bad. Yes.
Hey, you know, hump day, you can join us. And you can get through your hump day. But
get on over that hump.
We want to make sure we keep doing our housekeeping, which is how you can keep up with us when we're not on the air, and where you can find all our information and what we're doing and what's coming up, and how to contact us and how to advertise with us. And that's through all of our social media platforms, which are Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and our website, which is Table for Five, but it's table dash FOR-5.com. And I like to call our website the one-stop shop. You can find everything there. You can find LA Talk Radio. You can find our YouTube channel. You can find how to advertise with us, which there's like a little tab. You just click on that, and then you will just put your information in, and someone very professional will get back to you. There's two now. We are Mondays and Wednesdays, so there's two opportunities for you to advertise your product, your brand,
your info out there,
your information, your event, and we have tier offerings, which are really cool. So it's affordable. Believe me, it's affordable. And also, if you want to receive our
newsletter, subscribe to our newsletter.
There's a little pop-up, I guess it's like a little pop-up.
Is it a pop-up box? Or I think you have to go there under contact.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
Yeah, I think we're trying to
but
get
we'll
it to
have
pop
somebody
up.
on the phone who will tell us in a minute.
Oh, yes. We'll have the answer.
The answer to all your questions.
Yes.
Anyway, and you can receive all of our newsletters that go out, and you can keep up with who's going to be on our show and all the upcoming information and little tidbits.
All come right there to you in your inbox in your junk mail. You might have to go and check that out. We've been having some issues with that, but check your spam. Put us on your safe list, and then you'll know who's coming up, what topics we're talking about, what we're going to be doing and saying. And it's a really great way to keep in touch with us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So take a deep breath.
Yes, I need to take a deep breath.
Take a deep breath, and we're gonna keep it moving, keep on going. It's even though we've been doing this, I feel like we have so many new parts.
Yes.
We've got so many new things. And that's, I think, too, another thing that we want to talk to you about today and let you know, like, what's new, what's different.
Yes.
Obviously, this is our second show with our brand new background.
Logo.
Hope you guys are really liking it.
I know, and I want to just say, what is it? Hurricane Florence is coming. I know we have the most beautiful sunny background. It is beautiful and sunny here in California.
Yeah.
But for those of you who are in harm's way, please get out.
Yeah.
Please listen to the warnings, heed, find shelter. Don't try to be brave in this situation because sometimes it doesn't work out. And someone said something really important on the news yesterday is, we want to protect our homes. We want to protect our possessions, right? But then you have to realize that if you're in harm's way, then the people who are coming, even though they're professionals and this is what they do, you put them in harm's way, the first responders as well. So just think about everything, think about more than your possessions. That kind of stuff can be replaced. I know it can.
Yeah, for sure. And speaking of things that could be causing imminent danger, I think someone just asked if we're near the fires in LA, and we're not like super close. Like we can't see it out any of our windows. Well, I can't. You can't see anything from yours. Most of the fires are in Northern California, and the other one it's anyway not close to the studio. So we don't have any like smoke issues or anything right now. We can't see any smoke. So we're good. Thank you for asking.
Yes.
But yeah, heed that warning, be it hurricane, floods, fires, anytime there's, a situation for evacuation, you got to listen to it and make sure you have homeowners insurance, renters insurance. I'm having issues. Make sure you have all of that information, and then that way you will not be so like, oh my God, I want to stay and save my house. Because if you have all of that, stuff, all those insurances, you're good. You'll be fine. Let the insurance company take care of it. That's what you pay them for. Yep. And then you can just worry about, the things that are important to you, like your family and your pets. And, maybe medications or something that you might take. Me, I'm a pictures kind of person. So, when we had the fires close to us and my mom was here, shout out to my mom for coming and watching our dog while we did our staycation. There was a fire like right behind our house. And the first day of our vacation, of course, that always happens to us. And it really does. We went to Puerto Rico 2 weeks later, the hurricane came. Yeah. We went to Hawaii 3 weeks later, the volcano erupted.
Don't ever go on vacation with Felicia.
So
even though I did.
So I just had her take all of my pictures. I was like, please just load pictures. They're like pictures in the picture album that I had already, put together. Yeah. And then I have like a couple boxes of loose pictures. So I was like, just put those in the car and the dog and you, and you're good. That was it.
Wow. Okay.
That's my PSA.
Yeah. I don't
for
know
the day.
You know how many pictures I have? I have bins and bins of albums, creative memory. Yeah, that's not going to go.
Okay, well, you got to do something about that.
Okay, well, listen. So that we have a new set, we have a new logo, and we have a new open. I don't know if everybody called the new open. And we have a new day. So we have 4 new things. Yes. And so we are doing today a behind the scenes on what's coming up and what's going to be new in our format for a table for 5.
Yep.
And we are going to be introducing a couple of really cool things that we want you guys to be aware of. Some guests that'll be consistent guests that'll be on once a month.
Yes, that's so exciting.
And also how you can advertise with us. We want to introduce you to our associate producer, who I think is on the line.
Yes, she is. Let's see if we can bring her up. For some of you that might know her, you've received her lovely emails. Her name is Miss Nereida Rosario.
Are you there?
Good morning.
Good morning.
There she is. So Nereida is
good afternoon for me.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
So Nereida is the voice and the emails, the voice and the emails of the construction of the emails that you receive every week. Yes. And she's the one who books our guests. She kind of manages the show for us from afar. She lives in Florida. So, for those out there looking to get an assistant that's a virtual assistant, it works. It actually works.
It really does.
And it's been very successful for us. We've had incredible success. She has booked us through December.
Yes, we are booked through December
for
2018.
Monday. Mondays and Wednesdays, yes. So that in itself was quite the feat, but she's the one to get at it.
Yeah, so we're going to give you a nice formal welcome to the show, Nereida, behind the scenes. Now you are a guest. We're going to give you a little clapping there. We're going to give her a long one. It's going to fade out.
My earphones are hot.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Nereida, we want to ask you a couple of questions since you've been doing this now.
Whoa, okay.
You've been doing this, a year with us? Is it a year?
Yeah.
Has it been a
It's
year?
been a year. In the beginning of August of 2017, I was sitting in a lovely beach in Treasure Island, Florida, when I received a call that Table for Five wanted to recruit me.
Yes, girl.
So tell our listeners and our viewers what's it been like working for us. Oh, and the virtual experience, actually. Speak about the virtual experience.
Because you are, for those people who might not realize, you are East Coast time, and that is 3
thought she
hours.
was in Florida.
I know.
How did I not know
Listen,
that?
I'm just spelling it out for
Oh,
folks.
what?
It might be early. It's
Oh
hump day.
my
It's
God.
Florida.
Florida
So
is not
she's
California,
East Coast
people.
time, and
It's
that's
Trump Wednesday.
yes.
It's 2 p.m., a little after 2 p.m.
Okay.
Yes, and
I'll
so
be
we
thinking
go
about
on.
dinner while you guys are thinking about lunch. So, yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
and so you're 3 hours ahead of us.
Had
Yeah.
to do that.
Yeah.
My earphones were blowing
they
up.
were really
oh my
hot.
God, they were so hot.
So she's 3 hours ahead. So when we have to schedule stuff and everything, or sometimes like she'll text us and it'll
the
be
crack
like
of dawn.
5 o'clock in the morning
Yeah.
here, and we're like still sleeping. But it works out fine. Or we're probably blowing up her phone text message at 11 o'clock.
11 o'clock at night, yeah.
I wake up at 6 a.m. and I have 25 plus text messages from Felicia and Annette waiting at the ready for an answer. I just sit down and review them all, make sure there's no emergencies taking place.
So tell the listeners and the viewers what this virtual experience has been like for you to be a virtual associate producer.
It's been an exciting journey. I've worked in corporate America for over 21 plus years when I was raising my son. And having the opportunity to work from home while I watch my 2 younger kids has been a real treat and a pleasure. You guys are 3 hours away, so we have to stay committed. We need to stay productive, and we need to stay organized. Annette, I think, is the most organized person
Yes, she
in
is.
the group.
Yes, she is.
We can have
She's probably the most
long,
organized person around.
Yeah, we can have long, intensive Skype meetings. And I have 25 papers from that Skype meeting that I end up shredding once everything is formalized. But it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure. We started working on your website. That was how you guys recruited me, started working on the website.
Mm-hmm.
And then we branched out to scheduling guests, realizing that we were leaving guests on the table that wanted to be on the show. I get to speak to a host of people that I truly enjoy listening to their stories, their journeys, the type of work that they do. I mean, I can sit here and sit for a little more than an hour talking to people sometimes, or back and forth on email.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's my favorite part of the job. I think that if I had to pick one, that would be my favorite part of the job. And then finally getting that response, yes, we'll be on the show. So it's been a journey. It's been amazing.
Ooh,
What do you think are the challenges of being a virtual associate producer? Like what for someone who's thinking about, getting into this field, but they're not in the the same state.
Can we do it? Can it be done? How hard is it? What are the cons? What are the cons?
No, it can certainly be done. It can certainly be done. I think the challenge comes from working from home. I think that's the challenge for me. When do I turn it off?
Mm-hmm.
When does my day end? You guys are still 3 hours before me, so there are evenings where I see emails coming up and I readily want to respond. But we have an agreement, and they respect that boundary. They respect that agreement unless unless something's burning I don't respond. And you just need to organize and detail your workday so that it can fit into your work.
Yeah, and I
Does
think
that make sense?
I think boundaries too, setting
Yes.
boundaries, like what is most convenient for you. Like, hey, I'm not going to be, answering emails after 5 o'clock my time. That's cool. That's all
Right.
good. Don't worry about answering the text message. Don't stress about it. Everybody being on that same page and
Yeah.
understanding that. And so boundaries, I think, and respect. I think you have to mesh with the people. So I would say my advice.
And I think it's important. I think you can't. I work with two very strong women, and I mean that with the utmost respect.
Thank you.
So I don't
take it as a
I
compliment.
don't take
Yeah.
anything personal. And if there are times that things can get a little hairy, just take a breath, walk away, let it just simmer down, and we come back to the table.
Yeah, literally come back to the table. Yeah, because people will say too, like, okay, you're three women. Like, women can be catty, women can be, but I don't necessarily think it's a cattiness issue. I think everyone works in their own way. Everybody is creative in their own way, and sometimes that can be hard to deal with. Listen, I will be the first to admit I am not the most organized person, and I'm not a morning person either. So
And here she is.
Yes, and here I am. But they know this, and we all know things about each other, and you just deal with it. You can say, hey, this is what we can work with, or you know what, I can't do that. I can't deal with
and
that.
I also believe it's I think it's a trust issue too. Like we really trust Nereida to do the job however she chooses to do it. If it's in her pajamas and a robe, or it's in the middle of the night.
Absolutely.
If you're producing and you're being able to do the job the way that is convenient to you, we don't have really an issue with it unless it's a timely situation that, oh my goodness, we got to take care of it, or it's an emergency that's happening the day of the show. Then but very few of those have happened. Far few in between.
Yeah.
I mean, this weekend was a little crazy, but because we were starting up and we wanted to make sure the studio had everything we needed for Monday's show, which was a little funny. Yeah. But we pulled it off. It came together somehow. But I
love
think
her picture.
Yeah, your picture's up.
It's a beautiful picture. That's what Nereida looks
that's
like.
what
Everyone.
Nereida looks
she's
like.
so happy. So she's always smiling. She has
She's funny.
Brightest, biggest, beautiful smile.
She's a funny girl.
She is funny, very funny. That's why we have long Skype meetings.
I'll tell you what really makes me sad. I grow connections with these people online, and I get to know them, and I book them for the show. And then their final response is, "We can't wait to meet you on show day." And I have to say, "Well, actually, you won't meet me. I'm not in California." That is the saddest part.
It is. Yeah, I've seen emails where they're like, "I can't wait to meet you," and I'm like, "Oh,
we're like, oops, no." But it's interesting because there was some email that came in through this week that someone else said, "Oh, I'm not there. I live in another state, but the guest will be there." So obviously, this is something that people do.
Yeah, people are doing it. Yeah,
they don't have to be in the same state to do a productive job.
Yeah, I think it can be done. I just think that you have to be mindful. You have to set boundaries, and you have to just know it. If you have problems and issues, and you can't try to iron it out, if you can't iron it out, then move on, because there's other personalities out there that will mesh with yours. But it can totally be done. Totally be done.
What can people expect on the website?
Okay, so you spoke about the pop-up, and that is something that you can go on the website, and you can go onto the contact portion of the website, and there is an opportunity for you to add your name, and a lot of people have gone in and added their name to our advertising and our campaign that goes out every week, promotes the show. So if you're interested in getting those, as Felicia said, go into the contact, put your name in. We're still working on having a little contact pop-up come in the beginning when you sign on.
So
that'll be there.
I was wrong. Sorry. Also, can you share a little bit about the advertising offerings, like the different little platform?
Sure,
Yeah, the
sure. Why don't
tiers.
you give
The
me a
tiers.
moment and I'll go. I'm looking at you guys right now on Facebook. So
I know we didn't
give
really
me a moment to-
give her a
yeah.
heads up on it, but we figured
didn't send you
she
any of these
manages.
questions,
I know
right?
she manages the website so brilliantly.
This is
that,
all like straight off the cuff.
yeah, that I'm sure she would be a better person to talk about.
Yeah, she has really, this is like when you go on the website, this is Nereida's like work. This is her hand on it. I mean, in collaboration with us, but you get to see her how she has put everything together. And I mean, we work collaboratively, but she manages it all. She, if we need to change something, she's on it. She fixes it. She works very closely with our, who are they called? I guess they're considered our server.
Yeah.
GoDaddy. We go through GoDaddy. A little free little plug.
They're your website providers. Yeah, they provide the engine that makes it work.
Yes.
That makes it run.
The engine providers. So she works very closely with them, which is very it's a interesting job to have.
Yeah.
You have to be very patient when working with them, and so she does a fantastic job managing that and working with them, which is not an easy feat.
No. She yeah. So I mean, if you find a good assistant, executive assistant, associate producer,
Yeah.
you need one, because there's
Yeah.
a lot of moving. You know, you see us get up here and it seems so like la di da. It's not la di da. There's a lot.
Does it seem la-di-da?
Well, the people who are watching us are probably going, "Oh, they just get up there and do whatever."
Yeah.
No, you don't. We have we meet once a month and we go over the month's schedule. Thankfully, all our shows are booked through December. Now we're booking for 2019, if you could believe it. And we sit. I know, right? And we sit and we talk about the topics that we think people want to hear about, and we try to match the guests with the topic.
Yeah.
I was thinking about our show, and Nereida, let me know when you're ready. And what,
Okay.
and the type of show that we are.
Yes.
And one of the things that came to me when I was thinking about that last night is that we are a topic-driven show. We're not like a typical talk show where they have multiple guests and we
Right.
jump from one thing to the next thing to the next thing to the next thing. We stay on one topic for 50 minutes because that really allows us to really get into it, ask a lot of questions, have our viewers and our listeners get invested in the conversation. Because sometimes when you have like a 5 minute on this topic and then you go and you have 5 minutes on this topic and then you have 10 minutes on this topic, nobody really gets in all the information.
Right.
So we try to be really careful how many guests we book in one show. And if there are multiple guests, it's kind of the same. If it's a medical show, there's two doctors and a patient. If it's a musical show, it's a musician with a musician. It's not going to be a musician and a makeup artist, because then we're not. It doesn't
match. Yeah. And you want to get, we like to get perspectives too. So we try to not have very one-sided conversations, because that's like our main thing with the show is that, you know, we want to walk away. We want to walk away with new information. We want to walk away learning something or being able to enlighten somebody. And so when you have just one-sided stuff or one-sided opinions, then it's going to be really hard in order for anyone to get any new information or to learn anything. So you have different perspectives, and that's what we try to encourage on the show, because we like to encourage that in life. Like, I feel like you need to surround yourself with people from different perspectives so that you can have a different perspective on life or a topic.
And my best shows in the past 3 years have been when I've learned something new.
Oh, absolutely.
In that moment that I go, oh my gosh, I didn't think about it that way. I didn't know that about that.
Yeah.
Or I've been challenged. Those for me are the best shows, because if I've been challenged and I know the viewer and the listener has been challenged, if I learn something, you've learned something.
Yeah.
Yes.
We my family and I dealt with a medical issue earlier this year. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And you had a doctor on the show who spoke specifically about men's health awareness. And my husband came home and discussed with me several tests that were available for us to consider. And upon hearing the doctor, I can't remember her name right now.
Dr. Kelly.
Dr. Kelly. Upon hearing Dr. Kelly and the offerings that were available for men, and the reasons why men should and should not do it, we opted not to do the procedure that we were considering. It was going to be an expensive procedure that's not going to be covered by our health care provider. And we just went for what we knew was going to work for us. And I think that I left the show learning something new. And I told my husband, I think that we've already made a great decision, and I think Dr. Kelly has solidified it for us. So that was a
Affirmed
great
it.
show. So
Thank
I
you
agree with
for
Annette.
that.
I've come away learning
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah. Thank you for that. I mean, I think, that's a great testimonial to the guests that we have and the information we want to convey.
Yeah.
Speaking of Dr. Kelly, one of the things that we want to let everybody know is that she will be our doctor in residence.
Yes.
She's coming on once a month.
Yes.
To talk about different topics that
Medical related.
that are related to our health. Some of them are going to be really interesting, quite fascinating. Our first topic is going to be on, oh my gosh, I can't wait. Hold on, I can't read.
Maternal mortality.
October 15th.
Yes. Sorry. September 24th.
Sorry, I'm in.
Oh,
I have jumped to October.
Yes, September 24th,
Yes.
she'll be coming in to talk about maternal
Yes.
mortality rate among women of color. And that is actually, she brought
So
that
big in
up
the news.
before we even knew how big of a deal this was in the
Yes.
news.
Yes.
So, and being someone who's in the front lines in the ER and knowing this information, we had a meeting with her and we talked about the different medical topics and health topics, and she wanted to talk about that one out of the gate. So we're really excited that we get to discuss that because
Yes.
it's in the news. It's something that's
Yes.
going on. It is a big deal. I didn't realize how serious it was. I consider myself a woman of color. So to know that there's this high maternal mortality rate during pregnancy, that's scary.
Yeah, it's
that
very
is
scary.
really, really scary.
Yeah, and not a lot of people are talking about
No.
it. I mean, you've heard a little bit about it in the media, but not as much as we need to be. I mean, we need to be sounding the alarm
Yes.
bells about this particular topic and issue. And, and I think it stemmed too from just the men's health show that we did with her. People don't talk about it a lot or enough. And those are things that we really want to get the information out there to everybody. And we're so happy and so thankful that she wanted to come on and, come on regularly.
Yes.
So we are so grateful.
Yeah. So that
it's
segment,
so exciting. I'm so glad.
We're calling
once
it
a month.
Yeah, once a month. The doctor's in, and so
Doctor's in
we'll
it.
put it up. Nereida will be posting it so that if you, the viewer and the listener, have questions related to that specific topic, you can just shoot it up on our Instagram or send us an email or on our Facebook page so that we can ask her, and she could be prepared. I'm sure she'll be very prepared. And also, next month is breast cancer awareness, and she wants to talk about, what questions should we really be asking our doctors? She wants to talk about colorism. She wants to talk about doctors' burnout and how real it is.
Absolutely.
So she had really great interesting topics. So
Yeah.
she'll be our Doctors In segment once a month. So Dr. Kelly will
Look
be
for
with
that.
us. We are super excited about that.
Yes.
Super duper excited.
So that's new.
Yes, that is new. And then obviously we have our Monday, Wednesday show. And this month we have some awesome guests. So great. So next Monday we're having a guest. Her name is Erica Mandy.
Yes. Everybody
I
go
know.
follow her.
Follow
Yes.
her. She has I just had these cards perfectly situated. What did I do?
She has a podcast called the Newsworthy. Is it the Newsworthy Show?
The Newsworthy podcast.
The
yes.
Newsworthy podcast. And I don't have any of her Instagram information, but we'll get that up.
Yeah.
But you guys should go follow her. She is fantastic, and it's a quick way to get really good news information
In 5 minutes.
In 5 minutes.
Yes, it's the highlights of the day in 5 minutes.
Yes.
But what
So
is
smart.
really fascinating, she actually worked on CBS. She was a street reporter. She was a very successful reporter, and she worked for many years there. And she's going to talk about her transition into what she's doing now and why. She can also speak very poignantly about the state of the media and the news and the hysteria. She has her very
topic.
clear opinion on what's going on and why. And
It's gonna be a great show.
It's going to be a very interesting show. You're not going to want to miss it. It may be a little heavy on the politics, but it's also going to be heavy on news and the media and what
it's a good conversation.
It's a great conversation because
we
I
always
just
have here.
Yeah, because quite frankly, I just think that I think we're off balance.
Yes.
I'm a news junkie and I watch CNN and I watch Fox News and I
And I
watch.
try not to. But it is on in
and
my
I
house.
read the
you
paper.
can't get away from it.
Yeah, I read the paper regularly, so I try
don't
to
read the paper. She does. She reads everything.
I know, I try. And so I try to get, different perspectives. And it is so divided,
it is, yes.
so partisan. It is really, really difficult to understand how
and sift through.
Yeah, we're getting the truth.
Yeah.
I know when I worked back in 100 years ago at WNBC TV in New York, we had a legal department, and I'm sure they still do. I'm sure legal affairs still exists. And they really came down hard on us if we didn't have the information accurate. And we could get, lawsuits
That
were.
makes you wonder.
Yeah.
Do those departments not exist anymore?
Well, no, that's the difference between broadcast and cable. She can explain that. There's a huge difference. And I would dare say that cable has to have a legal department. There has to be some liability there that you have to tell the truth.
Interesting.
But I don't know if the news is, depending on what type of news. If you're doing hard news, you have to be accurate. If you're a pundit and you're giving your opinion,
That's
then
a little
that's your
different, yeah.
opinion. So
Yeah.
that's kind of different between cable and broadcast news. So like, the ABC News, World News Tonight or whatever, they have to be accurate. It's not a pundit show. They're giving you hard news.
Yeah.
So, for her to be recently leaving a network, what is I'm dying to ask her, how does she feel about the whole fake news
Well, he just
hysteria?
asked her.
Erica, be prepared. Just be prepared. So anyway,
Don't be scared.
And
Just
don't
be
be scared.
prepared.
No, she's smart. She's sassy.
Yeah.
She got it going on.
Yeah, it's
and
gonna be a
then
great show.
On Wednesday, we have a
Matthew.
fun show. We have Matthew Grant, who was on our show last year with
Was it last
Janice
year?
Freeman. Yes.
Or the year before?
No, it was last year. Remember?
But we were on radio when he was here last.
yeah, so we were on radio the beginning
Of the year.
of
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah.
So because we went to
2017. To podcast or
a
to
video.
video.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so he'll be back on Wednesday. We may have a surprise on Wednesday. We're still working on that.
Yes.
But he'll be here with his new single, King for a Day,
Yes.
which is so good.
Such a great
And
song.
he's going to be he has got some dates. We're going to see him on the 17th.
The 17th,
So we'll
yep.
put up a little video on our Instagram on that
Give you a little
performance.
sneak peek.
Yes, because he's great, and I'm sure he'll have a lot.
And then the doctor's in. She's coming in on the 24th. And then on the 26th, we're having another repeat guest, Rael Sims. You guys might remember him from the summertime. We had really great conversations with it was about the the chemistry, the biological changes and like sexuality from a biological standpoint is, I guess, the best way to explain it. And it was a great conversation, such a great conversation that we didn't finish it.
Yeah.
And so we're
It was a
like, we
lot.
got to have you back.
Yeah.
And so we're going to be talking to him. We're going to continue on that conversation with some other topics that we wanted to touch on and have him talk about and speak about. So that's going to be
That's going to be a really great show. Yeah.
Kinda,
it'll be
might
one of
be a
those that will be
fan, though.
fanning you say like, oh, Jesus. No, we did good on the first show. We
Yes,
did good. I
yes,
have my
he's
husband
great.
here. He
He's
will
a
be
great
here.
guest, though. We love him. He's very, very smart, very just can explain things
Very simply.
Yes.
Like Dr. Kelly, which is what I
Yes.
love. It's like the ABCs of health.
Can you
Yes.
guys hear me?
Yes.
Oh, I spoke to Dr. Ryelson plenty of times. And every single time I'm on the phone with him, I learn something so interesting, so new, and he leaves me with my jaw hanging. I want to have conversations with Dr. Ryelson.
Yes, it's going to be. Okay, so we just got the information for Erica Mandy. It's all the news you need in one place, The Newsworthy.
Oh, okay.
So you could just go to her, it's thenewsworthy.com, and her tagline is all the news you need in one place. And it's pretty cool. It's really, really cool.
Yeah.
So if you're not a
Great.
news person and you think 30 minutes of news is too much, then this is a great podcast because she's very...
It's quick.
5 minutes. You
Yeah.
get everything you need to know.
Yeah, and like you were saying, you watch a lot of CNN or not CNN. You watch a lot of news on television, and then you read a lot. I unfortunately do not read the paper. I do not have time for that. So I get my news. I mean, I will look at articles on Facebook, and it's almost a little bit more time consuming because I say, oh, I don't really have time to sit down and read the paper, which I probably should. I don't know if that's more accurate than what I get on the internet, because I find myself fact checking and I find myself going into researching and finding out more information just so that I can be more informed.
Right.
So I don't expect everybody to do that, but that's how usually I get my information. And then whatever I see on television, even when I get it on CNN or whatever station that I'm watching, I always still try to go back and make sure that I'm getting the right information, because there is so much misinformation out there. So
Well, that's because of the 24-hour news cycle. People
Right.
want to be the first at breaking news,
Right.
and then you break it, and you're like, "Oops, that was what was supposed to, so yeah, it's a different type of, and then it will be Hispanic.
Yes.
It is going to be Hispanic Heritage Month
coming up.
And Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So in our newsletters, you will be getting a little tidbit
of
of information on both Hispanic Heritage Month and Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So that should be really interesting.
And in the month of October, we've got 2 repeat guests coming in, and excuse me, a couple of new people.
Oh yes,
that you're going to really enjoy. I think for me, one of the things about the best parts about this show that I hadn't really thought about before we started doing it was meeting all of the people, kind of like Nereida, meeting all of the new people that we have got to meet. Like, not only all of the information that I have learned, I feel like that I've learned and I've gained, but just the most interesting, great people doing things out there in this world, making a difference, making a change, helping people. And there's just so many different ways that people are doing that, from Mel, who we met, who's coming back on the show, helping the homeless people, and his movement that has just taken off, and he is like really passionate about it, and he is getting things done, to our people that we had that have the surrogacy organization that help people who want to have children that can't have their own kids. It's just been a tremendous, I hate using that word because somebody else uses that word all the time. It has been an honor to meet
all the time.
Your favorite person. Number 45 uses that word all the time.
Oh,
tremendous.
Well, he is not my favorite person. Who the heck told you that?
Tremendous. Everything with him is tremendous. But it has been an honor to meet all of these people and all of our guests. And even the people that we know in our lives that have come on our show and talked about specific things in their lives that we've, either found out or they can speak to, that is giving other people information out there. It's just been a great honor.
Yeah, it is. Me. I mean, I wanted to count how many guests we have had on our show in the past 3 years, but from podcast to videocast, and we do have it typed out. I just didn't come up with the number. I forgot to do that last night. But anyway, we've had an incredible. I can't believe how many people we've sat and had a conversation with. Yeah, I am so impressed with us. Yeah. I'm impressed. That's better. Which is, I know we're doing it, and it's just about having a conversation. I mean, so oftentimes it may come off like a little interview sometimes because we don't know a lot of the information, so we have to ask. But it is for us a conversation. We want to know, and we interject our opinions, and they're strictly our opinions. Yes, and
they are our factual opinions.
They're exactly, and you can do with those whatever you want. But and in the month of October, we have an incredible attorney, and she's going to be, her mission is to join the fight, your body, your civil rights. We have someone from Original Media Ventures. We have Dr. Kelly again. We will have a political segment with both a Democrat and a Republican, which is going to be fantastic.
So fantastic.
Great. That's been hard.
It'll be interesting. Again, we'll have the She Does movement, and we'll have hashtag Do Something Heartfelt with Jan Shepard. If you don't know who that is, Google her. Yes. That is what she's doing is truly the hand of God.
Astounding.
It's the hand of God. Yeah. I don't even know how to explain that. We'll have a financial. Dr. Cosette will be here again. We will have two hosts from a show from LA Talk Radio,
we're excited.
Which we're really excited to talk to them. That's going to be a really, really great show, like all the other ones. But the plus size divas are going to be with us at the end of October. And then again, the 31st, we're going to have a Nelly Galan. And then for the month of November, I don't know if you've heard the Lisa Foundation commercials that Whoopi Goldberg's been doing. Have you heard them?
No.
Yeah, she's the voice of the Lisa Foundation. Yeah,
that's new.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, okay. I told my son, they're going to be on our show. Yeah. I was so excited. Yes. So they're going to be calling in, and also because it's Thanksgiving, we want to showcase charitable events, and we were going to have Claudia Paris from LA on Cloud 9 and Casey Leon from the San Fernando Rescue Mission, because we want everybody to be able to either donate their time, volunteer, or donate, give back. The
Thanksgiving is in the month of November, and so it's all about giving back.
And another show I'm really excited about coming up in November is the Immigration Show.
Yes.
And we will have an attorney here, and we are really excited to talk about her on the status of what's going on with the immigration in our country.
So we're getting a little political.
Yeah, it'll be a little political.
Yeah.
I'm very
Yeah.
excited
That's okay,
about
though.
that. And then the owner of Bree's Cakes is coming. We're so excited. Bree Miller with
excited.
her mom. We'll also have a skincare specialist, Danette Vives, who
Yes.
does my skincare. And I will be videotaping one of my sessions so you could see me without my lashes. And then for the December shows, we have
It's short but sweet.
It's short but sweet because it's the holiday, and we want everybody to. We need to celebrate the holiday as much as you. We're gonna have Robert Davis.
Back.
I thought his name was Davids, but Davis. He's the CPR training expert.
Yeah,
and he's coming back.
back.
We're gonna have Natalie Valdez.
yes.
Our crafty holiday. It's gonna be our annual
Guru.
thing.
She's our crafty
Yeah,
guru.
yeah.
I think those two shows, December 3rd and December 5th, are going to be show and tell.
Yes.
Yes.
You really need to get your game on and be ready to work.
Yeah. Yes, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes.
Last year we had Natalie. She set the table and she did some
Crafts.
cute crafts.
Yes. I was a little behind. It was a
yeah.
little like, woo,
But it's
let's hurry up.
amazing, and we had a lot of viewers on that show,
Yeah,
which
it
was
was fun.
so
It
fun.
was
So
fun.
she's coming back in December
That's
to do another
exciting.
holiday
Yay.
little.
She's so crafty.
and she's
Listen, that woman can make anything out of anything.
Yes.
She's like the MacGyver of crafts.
Like you see this box with our yellow
they
flowers.
Can see it. Can they see it?
Yeah, you can see it. You can see
Okay,
it.
the top
She
of
would
it.
probably do something to that to zhuzh it up and make
Oh,
it look
yeah.
even better.
Oh,
like
I'm
she'll be like,
sure.
"Why is that sitting there like
Yeah,
that?"
I'm sure. I'm sure. She
So-
can do anything with anything. Like you can give her, I don't know, a piece of paper and a paper clip, and it come out looking sparkly and amazing. And you're like, what in the world is that? What is she just? She walks around with sparkles. Literally, they come off of her.
I
She
know.
exudes and sweats sparkle. We love it. I love her.
So she'll be back in December, which will be a lot of fun. And then we have one guest we're still waiting to confirm. We are going to have the comedian Angela Johnson at our table at the middle of December, which we're so excited. And again, the Doctor's In segment coming in. And then we will be traveling to New York
Yes.
soon.
I'm so excited. I've
And-
never been to New York.
Oh, God. It's going to be a little chilly.
Of course it is.
And when we're there, we're going to the opening of the Lip Bar, and we will be
Yes.
filming that, and we will be bringing it to you as one of our show segments. And we'll have a quick little
As long as it
interview.
doesn't snow. I'm not really all about snow.
It's gonna be cold. That's all I'm telling you.
Really? Okay. All right.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be cold, and it's gonna be great. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be fantastic, and we'll be able to bring you an up to date and a visual of the Lip Bar with Noelle Santos, who we had on the show. She was one of our first guests.
Call-ins.
On our show. So she's been working diligently and
Yes.
very hard
Get
on
that lip bar up.
Get that Lip Bar. I don't know if you've been following her on
I have.
Instagram. Did you see
I
the
have.
picture of the mural of
I
the girl?
did.
Oh my
I
gosh,
did.
that's so amazing.
Yes.
It made me want to cry.
Yeah,
It was
she's
like,
doing it. She's doing big
it.
things over there in Brooklyn. Brooklyn, right?
No, the
Bronx.
Bronx.
I'm sorry. Sorry,
Well,
Brooklyn,
Brooklyn.
Bronx, two B's. Sorry.
No,
I know, very
those are
different.
very different.
I'm sorry. Yes, she is doing her thing over there. But really quickly, because we're almost out of time, do
Yes.
we have any questions?
Let me see.
Or is there
In
anything?
answer to a next question, we had 104, approximately 104 guests.
Wow.
104 guests.
What?
Yeah,
Ooh,
I was able
write
to
that
count
down.
while I was.
We have spoken to 104 people in 3 years.
Awesome.
That's crazy.
That's great.
That is
Fantastic.
fantastic.
So if you want to come talk to us,
yes,
You're-
2019
you got something to say.
is the year for you.
Yes, you got a platform, or we have a platform. You got something to say. You want to talk about it? Come, let us know. Hit us up, and if it's a conversation that we're gonna have, then let's do it. Let's do it. Does anybody have
You want me
any
to
questions?
recap advertising in like
Yes, can
under
you
a
do
minute?
that quickly? No, I don't
Yeah,
see any
real quick.
questions.
Yeah, I can do that. We have 8,000 Instagram followers, 5,000 Twitter followers, 10,000 Facebook Live viewers, and over 7,000 listeners and growing. And we have available tiers that are available for you. Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3. You can go into our advertising section on www.stable-4-5.com. There's a tab that says advertising. You can contact us. The target audience is for women between the ages of 25 and 34 years old. If you have a business, if you have a product, contact us.
Yes.
If you're local in LA, we'll promote you.
Yes.
Yeah,
Contact us.
absolutely.
And if you have something you
And
want
our
us, I'm sorry, go ahead.
And our most popular tier is Tier 3. If you
Yes.
want to know more information about tier 3,
That's the most bang for your
go
buck.
online. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You get the most
and
bang
you
for
know,
your
if
buck
you
on
have a
tier 3.
product that you want to promote, and we can put it on the table here and promote it.
Yeah,
We've done that before. I want to also give a shout out to our advertisers from season 2. We
Absolutely.
had about 7. Did we have 7 or 9? I don't remember.
I think it was 7.
Are you going to make me go back there and listen to this? Okay.
Sorry, Nereida, you're working
I
today.
know. She's like,
Making
you're
her
making
work
work.
today.
I know. It's about. I think it was about seven advertisers for season 2, which was great, and we are so grateful and thank you to all the
Yes,
advertisers that sponsored
absolutely.
us, joined us, became part of our team, and made it available for us to stay on the air.
Yeah,
'Cause,
yeah.
you know, we got to pay to be here.
Yeah, got to pay the bills. We got bills to pay, y'all. We, contrary to what you
Yes,
might believe, we
I
do
know.
have bills to pay.
Yes, we do.
And so we didn't really talk about like our end of it. I guess maybe we've talked about it before, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot more work than what you think. We don't just get up here and like just show up. There's a lot of research. There's a lot of talking. There's a lot of discussion. There's a lot of fleshing out that we do together as a team, Annette and I, and now Nereida. And so the shows that we bring to you are very thoughtful. We put a lot of thought into it. It's things that are important to us or that are going on in our lives, or that we feel that people are not talking about. And that's our whole premise, I think, to be here. And we have this platform.
Yeah.
We want to be able to use it for good, to get good information out there,
Yes.
to start good conversations, have conversations that people might not want to have or that are uncomfortable, and to create some type of change.
Yes.
At least that's where I come from my perspective.
I totally agree with you. I often, people ask us, "Oh, what's your show about?" And I'm like, "It's about life issues."
Yeah, life
and entertains
experience,
you a
yeah.
little bit. And also, we're not competing with anybody but ourselves. We don't compete with any other talk show or any. We don't really. That's not what we are set up to do.
Yeah.
It's a different platform. We're not on TV, so we get to say things a little bit more
Open and honestly.
unrehearsed. There's not censorship. People
love
can
that.
cuss if they want.
Sometimes you get a little passionate. Sometimes you get a little,
I understand. I
Yeah.
understand.
And we
but
can talk about topics that are really important to us
Yes.
that might be
That might not-
shied away from.
yeah, and
in a different
or
genre.
people can't talk about it on network, or they cable they can on certain things, but like a topic like Rael Sims, Dr. Rael Sims, who's going to talk and he's very explicit when he talks about the anatomy of the body.
Yeah.
I don't think you could get away with that on a talk
Probably not.
show.
Probably not.
He'd have to put a sketch.
But we need to change that culture because people have to start talking about it. You got to start talking about it with your partner, with your kids, with your family.
Yeah.
We just got to start more conversations.
Yeah.
So that's what we're here to do.
Yeah.
We're conversation starters. And for those people that ask, yes, we don't always agree on everything. Usually
Never
at all.
agree on anything.
But I wanted to say real quick, I think the beauty of it is that you have to go into this world and go into interacting with people with a respect.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Annette and respect
Yes.
Annette, forever.
I
I've
love you
always
too.
said that I would follow this woman into a burning building
Don't
because
make me
she's a
cry.
great leader. She's a great leader. But we don't always agree, but I respect her.
Right.
And so that's the other thing too, that the takeaway is that we want you to go into conversations
Yes.
with a respect. Now, there are certain people who do not command respect and you don't
But you
have
to give it. You got to give it
Well,
because you got to walk away like the person. Listen, Michelle Obama says, when they go low, we go high, and you have to because you'll always
Listen,
win.
if Donald Trump sat in front of me, I could not have a great conversation
I would
with him.
actually be able to have somewhat of a elementary school conversation with him.
No, I would just want to cuss at him all the time
Are you
and throw
smarter than a
stuff.
fifth grader?
Are you smarter than that? Would be my first question
Yeah.
for him. Listen, I've lived many lives, and so I've come to
You sound like a
understand-
cat.
Yes. No, I don't like cats. Sorry, cat lovers. I've lived many lives, and you just come to realize you got to meet people where they're at. Sometimes you just don't go where they're at. You just meet them there and then say, okay, I'm going to move on because I'm not living there with you.
Bye.
Yeah. Like, oh, this is where you're at. Okay, good. That's nice. We have a conversation there, and then I keep it moving. I think the magic of our show, the secret sauce, is that there's a mutual respect.
Yes.
Even though we disagree, we could disagree till the cows come home.
Yes, and we do.
And we do even off the air. It's not like something we put on here. This is the way we communicate. The other day we went to breakfast, and I think I said this to you, and I said it to someone else. I said, I think the folks we're with sometimes get a little gun shy when how I am so honest with her about something.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh my gosh, that's so mean. I'm not being mean. I'm just being honest. And, you know, I know what mean and honesty, like there's a fine line.
Yes.
And I know how to pull back and be like, okay, that's going to be mean.
Yeah.
But I'm very honest. We're very honest with each other and
We are.
Respectfully.
Yeah, and it doesn't come from a place of malice.
No,
Yeah.
no. I think it's a
Yeah.
mutual respect. It's an
Absolutely.
admiration. It's love, admiration, and respect. And really, I appreciate her thought process. It pushes me to think differently. I push her to think differently.
She does.
You know, she makes me, you know, see things out of the box, and I'm like, oh my God, this is not going to be good. But
Let's
here
go
we
back in that box.
Yes, exactly. So it's great to have friends like that. I think I encourage everybody to have a friend that just pushes you a little bit outside of your
Yeah.
comfort zone, because that's how you grow.
Yeah.
If you stay within people that are like-minded and kumbaya, everything's so happy, we
Yeah,
get along,
you're never gonna
grow. And if you're the smartest person in the room, leave, because
Yeah,
that's
very good advice. Yeah.
that's not who you want to be. Then
Yeah.
you know, then you're stale. You're
Yeah.
stagnant.
You want to learn.
Yes, you want to learn. So I love having colorful people in my life. I actually have a lot of colorful people in my life. It's a great way to live and
You
experience.
are very colorful yourself, though.
I'm colorful. Yeah, I'm the colorful person in your life. And you're
Yes.
the colorful person in my life.
We
But
brighten each other's world.
yes, and you know, the people we surround ourselves with, they're all from all walks of life, and I
Yes.
love it. I love
do,
it.
yeah.
I love to know that I have friends from all walks of life, and it makes for a wonderful life experience.
Absolutely.
And
And we want to share that with you. We want to
Yeah.
bring it to you, and hopefully you guys are enjoying it and are receptive to it. And if you're not, then keep it pushing.
keep it moving.
But if not, stick
Keep
around
stepping.
and,
Step.
you know.
Keep stepping, like
Keep
Martin
step-
used to say.
Kick
to Gene.
rocks.
No, was it not to Gina? Who is it? Oh
I
my
don't
gosh,
know.
what Gina's best friend on the Martin show.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Her name
Oh, my
escapes
gosh.
me. But yeah.
Shanae.
No, Shanae
no.
was Martin.
Yeah.
No, he would go step. Pam.
Pam. Yes.
Oh my gosh, Pam.
Keep it moving, keep it stepping,
Yeah.
kick rocks, do
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. But if
Yeah.
you want to, to learn something and you want to, you don't know for your cup of coffee or your cup of tea, just stick around for a minute. You might find something that you like. You might not. Whatever. It's not going to hurt our feelings. But real quickly, we have we've had 11,000 views.
Yes.
Is what I wanted to add to all of our advertising stuff. So we've had 11,000 views
On
all of our
Facebook.
all of our shoes, all of our
Oh my
shows.
gosh, I just got some great shoes yesterday too. Speaking of shoes,
All of our shows. So that's really fantastic.
It is.
She digresses, and
I
we gotta
know.
go.
So sorry, but we join us every Monday and Wednesday. Monday and Wednesday at 11 a.m. on LATalkRadio.com, where we will have interesting conversations. On Monday, we'll have Erica Mandy from the Newsworthy podcast, and it's going to be quite the conversation. So don't miss it.
Yeah.
We'll be back on Monday. Look you don't even have to miss us that long.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Just
They
a
get
couple
to see
days.
us. I know.
Yeah.
Got to
We'll
work
have a
on
fun
outfit.
weekend and.
The outfits.
Listen, I'm not stressing that much. I'm getting ready to have construction in my house. Y'all will be looking. I'll be lucky to be here. So
Oh, stop it.
you like the little
Stop it.
ponytail? Let me know what you think. Actually, don't, because I really don't care.
We could do the style repeats by Ariana Huffington. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
she'll be doing the hashtag style repeats.
I'll be doing hashtag put on some clean clothes. I can't even guarantee that they will be clean. But anyways.
Oh my gosh. Oh, we hope you've been informed, educated, and entertained this Wednesday. We'll catch you Monday here at 11 a.m. on LA Talk Radio. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great rest of your week. Thank you, Nereida.
Thank you, Nereida. We love you.
Mwah.
Bye.
She threw us a kiss.
Aww.
You're listening to Table for Five with Felicia and Annette, only on LA Talk Radio.